It's the Daily Dog.
Hey y'all, welcome back to the Daily Doug. Thanks for being with me today. I am excited that you are here today, y'all, because we're going back to REN. It was right about 2 months ago that I reacted to the song Hi REN by the artist REN, R-E-N. That was March 16th. And y'all, I have not been the same since I saw and heard that song. It's an immense artistic achievement, and I'm so just enamored, especially with his language, with his words, because he really seems to have something to say, and I'm into it. So a couple of weeks ago, he released a song called Animal Flow, and I want to get on the bandwagon and hear this one because I was just so overwhelmed by what I heard before. So we're going to listen to Animal Flow. This is his latest. It was released just on May 4th, and apparently lots of folks are eager to hear what he has to say because in just 13 days, this video has about 1.3 million views on YouTube. And over 1 million people on YouTube, as they say, can't be wrong, right? So this particular song is written, performed, and produced by REN. Frederick Moeller did the mixing and the mastering, and Luke Flegg handled the cinematography for the video. It's relatively short, y'all. This is about a 3-minute song, and I have read through the lyrics. I have the lyrics in front of me, and I've actually read through them a couple of times, and I'm going to be curious to see how he gets through all of these lyrics in under 3 minutes, because there's a bunch of words here. So let's see what REN has to say with Animal Flow. Off we go. Animal Flow. B minor.
You're in the mind of a cannibal king, where chaos and anarchy roam, and trouble is bubbling under the skin. A certain insanity shows whenever I pick up the mic and begin. Whenever these words that I write with my pen come alive, they ignite like I pulled out the pin. Animal flow, out in the jungle, I'm ready for war.
Cinematography is unbelievable.
I'm swinging it back and it's spooky, I bite 'cause I'm bored. Lord of the cannibals, bro. A murderous mind that you can't ignore. I wait and react with combat on the counter-attack. On the king of the jungle, I roar.
Animal.
That was fun. Compound meter.
Animal flow, I'm the flow CEO. I've got mountains of murderous rhymes. Mountain volcanic, I blow and cause mayhem and panic. There's nowhere to run from my mind. I'm an impassable foe, never slowing, just growing and flowing with intricate lines. Yes, I will dig in my teeth when I bite like a beast. Blood, I drink it like wine. Animal flow,
That never leaves.
Sit on my throne, I'm the Lord of the Rings. Out on my own, I'm a terrible thing. Animal skins over my shoulders like bling. They will be clothing my sins. I came to win over and over again. I'll take your life with a grin.
Animal. Animal.
This is unbelievable.
Animal. Mary had the little lamb whose fleece was white as snow. It made the blood look so much redder when I slit
Chromatic
its
down
throat. Watch it
in the
drip,
background.
drop, drip, drop, till the ground was soaked. Oh, Mary, Mary, quite contrary,
Back up.
how the blood it flows. Horrific, explicit, I be parasitic, acidic, I'm eating your flesh. Don't fidget, I'm livid, not mentally with it. I get kinda sick when I'm stressed. I am the I am the storm, I am the fury, I am the scorn, I am the belly, I am the beast. Yes, I am, yes, I am, yes, I am, yes, I'm an animal, yes, I'm an animal, yes, sometimes the things I say are irrational, yes, sometimes the things I do are quite radical, yes, I will be waging war on the capital, yes, I will burn the houses of parliament down, cause hypocrites, they burn quite easily, wow, burn and pillage it all to the ground, your illegitimate king lost his crown.
Your illegitimate king lost his crown.
I won't be kind, I will be cruel, down on my foes in a paddling pool, yes, I'm tyrannical, bro, so never mistake, I'm man for a fool, I'll take your ignorance right back to school, and teach you a lesson for testing my cool.
Animal.
Out on the street they go. Into the night.
Animal.
It's like a roller coaster, right? We've all been on a roller coaster that lasts about 3 minutes and you get off of it and you're like, what the hell just happened? You know, it was a blur. Holy crap, he's amazing, y'all. So, just like with High Ren, I am going to go back and listen to it again. We have time. It's a short song. And I want to hear it again. But as I was reading through it, I thought he might be doing compound meter versus simple meter. Simple would be like if we have a beat that's going like this, it'd be 1 and 2 and 1 and 2 and about like that, right? But if we've got a beat going in compound meter, it's triplets: 1 and a 2 and a 3 and a 4 and a, right? The beat is divided into 3 equal parts instead of 2. That's why we call it compound instead of simple. So his language is just in line with that, and it lends itself well. I'm trying to get to a spot that makes sense. Verse 6, as it says here, we've got language where the poetic meter is a stressed syllable and then 2 weak syllables after that. Horrific, explicit, I feed parasitic, acid, I'm eating your flesh. Don't fidget, I'm livid, not mentally with it. I get kind of sick when I'm stressed, right? I get kind of sick when I'm stressed. So there's strong, weak, weak, strong, weak, weak, and so on. And that lends itself very well to compound meter in music. So I'm going to go back to the beginning and see if I can catch a little bit more of this. I hope y'all don't mind. Here is, again, Animal Flow by REN. Off we go. That's B minor. That's a B, F sharp B, dum, dum, and that goes the whole time. Chord never changes.
A cannibal king where chaos and anarchy roam. And trouble is bubbling under the skin. A certain insanity show.
Under the skin.
Whenever I pick up the mic and begin. Whenever these words that I write with my pen come alive, they ignite like I pulled out the pin.
This looks like a complete continuous take as well, and that's astounding. They may have edited in, but it looks like a real continuous take. I'm the king of the jungle. That's a D. D down to B, a minor third.
Animal flow, I'm the flow
Same D,
CEO.
but way
I've got
up there.
mountains of murderous rhymes.
Now he's the CEO. He's compared himself to the king of the jungle and to a CEO.
Flowing with intricate lines. Yes, I will dig in my teeth when I bite like a beast. Blood, I drink it like wine. Animal flow, out in the wilderness I will be king. Sit on my throne, I'm the lord of the rings. Out on my own, I'm a terrible thing. Animal skins over my shoulders like bling. They will be clothing my sins. I came to win over and over again. I take your life with a grin.
Nice laundry. Always an interesting thing coming up. Now the Mary had a little
Mary had the little lamb whose fleece was white as snow. It made the blood look so much redder when I slit its throat. Watch it drip, drop,
Goes right
drip,
back up.
drop, till the ground was soaked. Oh, Mary, Mary, quite contrary, how the blood it flows. Horrific, explicit,
We needed the break in the bass for that. That's a good part of the songwriting as well.
I am the storm, I am the fury, I am the scorn, I am the belly, I am the beast. Yes, I am, yes, I am, yes, I am, yes, I'm an animal, yes, I'm an animal, yes, sometimes the things I say are irrational, yes, sometimes the things I do are quite radical, yes, I will be waging war on the capital, yes, I will burn the houses of parliament down, cause hypocrites, they burn quite easily.
Hypocrites burn quite easily.
Pillage it all to the ground, your illegitimate king lost his crown. Animal flow, show no mercy under my rule. I won't be kind, I will be cruel. Down on my foes in a paddling pool. Yes, I'm tyrannical, bro. So never
The
mistake,
costuming,
I'm never a fool.
cinematography, the staging, all of it
Lesson for testing my
is
cool.
absolutely brilliant. He's got his drink, he's got his cane, makes his way out into the streets.
Animal.
It's brilliant. It's absolutely brilliant. Again, REN. Rock on, man. It's genre defying too, because it sounds like hip hop, but I've got elements of Lin-Manuel Miranda in my head as well. When Lin hit Broadway and kind of infused it with energy and a style of language that was just infectious, right? Lin's approach to language and Ren, his approach to language, they're similar to me. And that's, I hold Lin to a very high standard. I think he's absolutely incredible. I think both of them are. That's why I'm comparing the two of them. Speaking of comparisons, I read where, as I was researching this and reading up on it and everything, I read where some people were drawing some comparisons to Orwell's Animal Farm, which is a masterful allegory. I haven't read Animal Farm in decades, but I remember the gist of it, and I understand the point of view with comparing it to Animal Farm. I just think that Ren's getting at something even maybe a little bit deeper than Orwell was, right? Where Orwell was telling the story of these farm animals who kind of join forces against their human overlord, and they have this hope of a more equitable and more free future society, that sort of thing. I think Ren goes a little bit further. He actually puts us directly in the mind of an animal, and an animal when they are at their most animalistic, I think. Like he said, he's an animal, I'm an animal, you're an animal, we're all in this, right? And as humans, specifically, we have at our disposal higher level thinking and reasoning and the ability to comprehend complex ideas and complex systems. And that's available to us, but we still have our brainstem, that lizard brain, they call it, right? Where our actions can become dominated by our instincts, dominated by our impulses, instead of by thinking, by our rationality, by our analysis of a situation. And so taking into account our more animalistic urges, those impulses, I think he's applying them to society in a pretty profound way. I'm talking about cycles of injustice. That's kind of my term for it. If we get hit, it's our instinct to hit right back, to return the favor, right? If we are treated with cruelty, our instinct is kind of to understand and learn that type of behavior, that cruel behavior, and then impart it back in the direction that it came, either to the person that was cruel to us or to somebody else who may not have even deserved it. As animals, I think we are conditioned to perpetuate these cycles of behavior, and that can be both moral and destructive. And acting out on fear especially causes us to potentially act quite irrationally. And because the action is connected to a real desire to survive that situation. Does that make sense? We act out on fear, and that causes us to act irrationally, but it's connected to a survival instinct, right? So I think his major point, I'll get to the point, y'all. I think his major point here, and I could come to a different conclusion tomorrow, but my conclusion right now is that he's telling us not to be too surprised when people act like animals, right? That animalistic type of behavior typically comes from a place of irrationality and fear, and not because the animal is inherently evil or bad. I mean, do we talk bad about an animal that defends itself? Like if someone comes into a zoo enclosure and threatens an animal, or an animal feels threatened, that animal's going to lash out, right? But in this instance, if we want our society to improve, especially with the way people act, which is where my brain has been a lot lately, just looking at the news and everything, I think, if we want our society to improve, I think we've got to limit as much as possible these irrational beliefs and unfounded fears, because those, I think, can lead us to have a sort of entrenched prejudice, which in turn can lead us to hate what is causing the prejudice, and that then causes us to fear that which we hate, and then as a result we get these seemingly unrecognizable, heinous acts, and we see it on television, on the news all the time. We're like, how did that happen? But I think Ren here in Animal Flow is reminding us just where those depths are that allow those animalistic acts to spring forth. And again, he is holding up his very observant mirror to society. And I can think of no better thing to do as a popular artist. No better gift that a popular artist can give to society is to say, hey, this is what we all look like, friends. This is what we're acting like. Use this information on your own, or in your own way. So again, he's bringing it, and in a brilliant way. The video is as important a part of the experience as hearing the music was. So I was happy to see the video and hear the music, not once but twice. And you can be sure, y'all, that I will continue to get back to his music, because I'm a fan. I am a fan of Ren, and especially of this new song, Animal Flow. So thanks, y'all, for being with me today. I needed to hear this today. There's some of these that are all, uplifting and sort of esprit de corps and joy, and gets the blood pumping and all that sort of stuff. And then there's some parts of this type of art that just sears right into us and pulls up that mirror and helps us to be better, because we have a better understanding of the human experience. And so for that, I am thankful, and I am thankful for all of y'all for being here. Thanks for being with me. This has been The Daily Doug. We'll see you next time on another edition of The Daily Doug.